Motivation, passion, perseverance. Let me tell you something about myself. I don't do anything like you're supposed to do it. I spoke to another group of investors last week. I'm very private about it. I don't sit and boast about who I speak to and what I do. But I have a tendency to motivate people because I don't stop. I'm resilient. And I'm not going to brag about myself, but I will tell you this. I will outwork anybody that gets in my way. Life is about learning and executing. And learning comes at the cost of failure. You read books to avoid failure, or you fail to learn progress. It's all about learning and growing. I love the stage of life I'm in today. The experience I got in the flower industry, I just can't get enough of it because I use it in many different businesses because it's passion, perseverance. It's the MVP. It's everything I've been talking about is what I use every single day. Every morning I wake up ready to tackle the next day. I'm around people, not my staff, outsiders, that are sitting there telling me I do this wrong, I do that wrong. You did too much of this, you're too much of that. You always talk about yourself. Tell me all you want how bad I am. Maybe a few points you're right. I'll look for that. I really will. I'm not going to sit there and say, gee, whereas they said I'm fat. Man, my neck is fat. My neck is fat. Boy, I look like I swallowed my chin. I hate that about myself. I don't even like looking at myself in the mirror. And that's why I can joke about it, because I'm okay with it. This is what I was given. Sometimes you just gotta look in the mirror and say, what in the world were they thinking when they made me? But where my mind goes, very few people can travel. My daughter said it once in a conference. Somebody said, I just want to get in his head and see what he's thinking. She said, you don't want to go there. It's crazy messy up there. Listen, life is, you got one shot at this thing. You're ending up in the same place I'm ending up in. 6 feet below. That's it. And then the best, we're going to be a picture over a mantle somewhere. Let's make it the best we can make it. Let's get out there and fail all you can. As long as you can get up and keep going, you're going to win like nobody's ever won before. Baseball, 1 out of 3, which means 2 out of 3 failures, and you're in the Hall of Fame. Go figure that out. Michael Jordan, right? You guys have heard this, missed 12,000 out of his 12,000 shots he missed. He made 12,000. You only talk about the ones that he made, right? Kobe Bryant. I mean, there's so many stories of the swing after swing after swing they took, the shot after shot after shot. I'm having a lot of fun with it. The internet has changed my world. It's so exciting to see what people are doing and navigate around them. To have my customers say to me, Art, it seems like nothing's happening because we just seem to be just stagnant. I said, no, there's a lot happening. Every day somebody's trying to take us down, and we're working on cornering that market for our client. Every day I used to go to Beneva Flowers. You know what was happening? Somebody was taking a shot. Somebody was training to beat me. Because if you came to Sarasota, you looked for the leader. Who's the leader? Beneva. Now I see companies that are so stagnant. They're afraid to move. With employees that are afraid to make a decision because nobody wants their butt on the line. Okay? You got to go out there and make take the chances. Take the shot. I'm the guy that wants the ball with 1 second left on the clock, no matter how bad I am, because I got a shot at making history. And if I wasn't on the court, if I wasn't in that position, I'd never get that chance. And guess what happens if I miss? Nothing. We were already in trouble when it happened. Last thing I want to say is this. I was a goalie when I played hockey. And Tommy Gilberti, good friend of mine, he'll tell you, they would score on me, he would come over and apologize. It's like, you should apologize, because where were you guys if they got to me? I'm the goalie. I'm the last point of defense. You know what other people say? Oh, sorry, man. Sorry. I'm sorry. I should have done better. I'm sorry. I never said I was sorry. It's like, why is it down to me? There's all you guys 5 of you, 3 offense, 2 defense, and I got to be the one keeping us in the game. Think about it. Think about it. How about Tom Brady, right? Oh, Mr. Wonderful. Let me just tell you something. If he doesn't have a wide receiver making those great catches, he's not going anywhere. He needs his receivers. Joe Montana, Jerry Rice. Where was he going to be without Jerry Rice? Come on. Everyone has a yin and a yang. So all of you that run businesses, you have somebody that you count on. Are they behind you? Are they running the ship as tight as you did? Hopefully tighter. I watch companies have a Yes We Can program. And you know what I tell them to do? Tell your staff, write down anytime they don't close an order. Oh, we always close orders. We don't miss an order. You're never going to find another guy like me out there because I'm honest and I'm fair and I'm right there telling you. And only you know if I'm saying the truth. But people don't want to write it down because their pride gets in the way. So what? Maybe one person's going to start writing it down after this video. Write it down. How much is a dozen roses? $75. Click. Did you write it down? No, it's a dozen roses. No, did you write it down? Because if the owner sees that 2 or 3 times a day, somebody calls and asks for a dozen roses, maybe he needs to do something about his prices or teach the staff how to better explain what the cost is and why it is what it is. You see, there's many ways to stop the bleeding because you have bleeding going on when a customer hangs up. But when you turn around and show them a better way, and what's a better way? Here we go. How much is a dozen roses? $74.95, right? Oh, that's too high. Well, I said to my staff, did you know about our mixed color roses for $10 less? I didn't know about that. Well, you do now. When do we start doing that? Just this moment. If that's what it's going to take to close a sale, figure it out, do it. I'd rather you make a mistake, make a decision than to let the customer hang up the phone. I talk to doctors' offices that have the most horrific experience on the phones, and the doctors are like, I hate when people call. I don't want it to be like that. Get me in there. Give me the ball. Let me get in there and talk to them. Because that's going to be the difference. Not only someone to sit there and tell them how to do it, but to sit back and call them a week later and say, hip, hip, hooray, where do you go? I tell a lot of stories, but I'll never give up the names. I have a flower shop that was having a lot of trouble with their employees. They weren't closing sales. They'd hang up the phone. They would say the wrong thing. I call them. I got burner numbers, over 200 of them. I call them all different numbers. They don't know if I'm coming or how you doing? My name is Joey Rather. They don't know my voice. I could change it a whole bunch of different ways. What's my point? I want to hear how they're going to speak to me, and I'm going to play it and send it to the owner. Not to get anyone in trouble. For the owner to realize you have a problem. Because once he knows that, now he can fix it. I don't care if you're the biggest, best shop in the world or a little 1-2 person operation. Everyone's in the game together. The reason people go to 1-800-Flowers is because their customer service is impeccable. They get on the phone and a smile has a voice, they're screaming, hi, thank you for calling 1-800-Flowers. The truth is, thank you for calling the 1-800-Flowers. We have more money than we know what to do with, and we're going to sound really great, like we really care about your order, and do a tremendous job for you. But the truth is, they're going to take the order, press a button, and give it to some flower shop that's desperate to get an order. That's who it's really going to go to. But they built the facade to have the customer service confidence. They built the facade to make people feel like, oh, it's 800-Flowers. So at Beneva Flowers, we won the Service Company of the Year award in 2008, and I'm so proud of that because we worked very hard to be the best we can be at customer service. Don't just meet the expectation, but exceed it. If somebody came in with bad roses or bad flowers and we fixed them up, we made sure that we drove it home for them, not the customer. I've got so many ways to fix a business that I can go on 1 hour. I have to speak to people for 1 hour. I can do 1 hour in my opening sentence. So if you want excitement, if you want passion, call me. Let's talk. I'm not trying to sell you anything, okay? Because I'm always selling you something. So I'm not trying to sell you. Every time I open my mouth, I'm selling something. Because if I like it, you should like it. If I like pasta, why don't you like pasta? Everyone should like pasta. All right, anyway. I love I love retail. I love helping people. I love building teams. I'm a coach. It's in my DNA. But in business, it's no different than sports. No different. I coached my team. We had under 10% turnover, and we were the best of the best in Sarasota. I'll put us up against anybody. Have a great night. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Call me up anytime. 941-250-5077.